nice shoes. You ever play with Bo Diddley?
Back last year, they kind of pushed him into that role because of injuries. So listen, I love the confidence, but if he goes out there and doesn't chase sacks, just go out there, be the best player you can be for your defense, make a lot of plays, help your team win.
Sorry about that, guys.
So we're going to highlight a few throughout today's show, and we start with Cowboys star linebacker Micah Parsons. Here's what Parsons told CBS Sports on a sack total this year. Yeah, 15's like the minimum. 15 is what I want to hit.
I screwed up.
23 is that goal to break the record. All right, Nico, what do you think here on Micah Parsons' goals for 2022?
I love the confidence. I love it. I mean, the guy's confident. He's setting his goals high. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's a reason why there's 20 years separating 22 and a half sacks, right, with Michael Strahan and T.J. Watt. It's a really hard thing to do, or else a lot of guys would have 20 sacks every single season. And this year, going into his second season, they're going to know where he's at on the field. These offenses are smart. They're going to game plan accordingly. And is he going to be an outside linebacker? Is he going to be an inside linebacker? The amount of times that he's rushing the quarterback, last year they kind of pushed him into that role because of injuries. So, listen, I love the confidence. But if he goes out there and doesn't chase sacks, just go out there, be the best player you can be for your defense, make a lot of plays, help your team win. The sacks will come. The big plays will come. I just don't want him thinking, I got to get the sacks. I got to get to that number, because it's really hard to do it. Once you start pushing and looking for numbers, that's not a great thing. But I love the confidence. No knock on the confidence. Let's just see him win and help his team win.
Amen.
Y'all know how it works, man. Like, think about this. If you go gamble, right, you go to Vegas for the first time and you win $200,000, you're going to think that's what happens, right? You're going to be like, oh, shoot, every time I go to Vegas, I'm going to run it up. But that's not how it works. But if you're Micah Parsons, this is what he's thinking. I didn't even play defensive end full time. I wasn't
True.
In the top 100 of the guys that were rushing, and I still got 13. So you mean to tell me if I rushed all the time, I couldn't get 22? That's how simply this is breaking down in his mind. Now, he's going to play middle linebacker. He's going to be asked to cover. He's going to be asked to do too many things to get 22 sacks. But Rob can't tell me, Field can't tell me, Adam, when he's on here, can't tell me that this isn't one of the more naturally talented rushers we've ever seen in this league, especially so young. So the fact that he's setting his goals where he is no surprise to me, because he is that gifted.
You know, RC, I watch this show for a lot of reasons. One of them is I love your analogies, man. They always are like a little bit of a journey for me to follow along. And there we go. We got Vegas, you win $200K. You Micah Parsons as a rookie last year. It all makes sense to me. Great stuff, as always, from RC. And Nico, it's been an
All right. Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, of course, with my buddy Cowboy Jobu, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. So let's get open for business here, and let's wake up the football gods. And let me say hello to Gina Thorne. What's up, Gina Thorne? What's up, Gina? How you doing? And of course, I saw Roland's review. What's up, Roland? Let me see, which other ladies in the place with the style and the grace are up in here? I kind of lost track because I kind of messed up here because I've been using the outdoor set and I keep forgetting that I've got 2 Prodecasters, mixing boards, one for the outside set, one for the inside set, and you can't have them both on at the same time. It doesn't work. So I forgot to change, change over in the software here as I'm gagging. I hope everybody is doing good. I love you too, D2. What's up, Vado? How you doing? My man, Brian Green. Shout out to Brian Green. We're going to call him Mr. Undercover because he's like a secret agent. He found Troy Daniels. I've been trying to, I've been saying, anybody out there seen Troy Daniels, because I've been worried about him, because we picked his name in a drawing a couple of weeks ago and haven't seen him. He has been on the Sunday shows and all that. I went through, if you are a channel member like Roland's Review, I Love Weed, or Brian Green, you know that you're all part of the Thrive system that I have. And the good thing about the Thrive system is I have your email, I have your phone number, I have your address. And so I got his phone number and his email address. I sent him an email and said, Troy, are you okay? Worried about you, buddy. I've called his phone number and been getting just the voicemail. Well, Brian Green, a.k.a. Mr. Undercover, ended up finding him and getting in touch with him and finding out that he had been dealing with a severe bout of COVID, but he is doing better. He's supposed to be on the stream out here tonight, and definitely was supposed to be here Sunday. And I see Miss Hot Sauce. What's up, Lola? What's up, Miss Lola? How you doing here? So good news is he's back, he's okay, and everything else. So let me do, I don't know if everything's working okay, because I've been using the outdoor set and forgot about getting out the buds. So let me check the mics and make sure they're still working right.
Mic sound nice, check 1. My mic sound nice, check 2. My mic sound nice, check 3. Are you ready?
What you got your mouth open for? Look. What? Mike?
I didn't know Dad.
What? You didn't know what? Nat Wynn?
I didn't know he was
What?
Asian or
What? It was a name like Nat Wynn?
I didn't know. It sounded
Hey, he was a great linebacker.
It sounds white.
Mark Holmes. What song was that? What song? Wait, which song? Are you talking the mic sounds nice?
No, talking about I'm burning for you.
Oh, or Miss Lola's Hot Sauce. That was Blue Oyster Cult. I'm burning for you. Okay, that's Miss Lola Hot Sauce. Okay,
Yeah.
She's burning. Okay, she's burning.
I was looking up pictures.
Okay, all right. Okay, well, cool. Okay, well, cool. Well, Mike is back, because I know a lot of you have been like, "Where's Mike? Where's Mike?" It's like, is this the damn Mike show? Now, your boy, your stepbrother called us out in a video. It's amazing to me how we don't even talk about other guys. Somehow we end up being on their videos. Pizzle, with a shout out birthday to his baby boy, because he's a 60-minute man and making babies. Okay. He was doing a shout out. He was saying that he saw Mark Holmes driving somewhere in an RV. He didn't even get the whole story about what we were doing for Stewart, but said I was driving the RV, and he said that you looked at me and said, Daddy. He said, Daddy. You know the way Pizzle got that twang, that Memphis twang. Daddy.
No. You mean that sewer rat.
Well,
twang.
okay. Well, yeah, sewer rat. Okay, yeah, right. Whatever it is. He said, Daddy, can I drive the RV? And he said, I said to you, go make me a hot dog. What?
We didn't even have hot dogs.
We didn't have any hot dogs.
You mean a sandwich? Did you mean a sandwich?
No, I mean, that was like, what the hell? How is it we are constantly in the mouths and on the minds of all the other people? Thomas Garrett. Tomorrow is Thomas Garrett's birthday.
Shout out to you, brother.
Birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to you tomorrow there, Thomas Garrett. Look, Thomas Green. Damn. I just got finished talking to Brian Green, and that's why I'm getting it messed up. So it's been a long day. Nat Wynn was great. So this Sunday, the day after tomorrow, is the autograph signing show. We found out Bill Bates is going to be there. The Manster's going to be there. Mr. Cowboy's going to be there. Micah Parsons is going to be there. Nat Wynn is going to be there. And who else?
DeMarcus Ware.
DeMarcus Ware is going to be there.
Randy White.
I said Randy. I said the Manster. The Manster going to be there. So
Bill Bates.
Yes, Billy Ball. So I'm gonna go. No, here's what I'm gonna do, because see, here's the thing.
Hopefully, I have no time.
The old school guys, okay, people that most of you all know, okay, the Randy Whites, the Bill Bates, they're like $30, $40, right? All right.
Micah Parsons is the most expensive one out of all of them.
Well,
I think it's
Micah,
$150 for something small.
It ain't but got 13 sacks.
No.
We talk,
and it has to be authentic
okay.
merchandise. Everybody else, they can sign whatever.
No problem, Mark Jones. Oh, see, you got jokes, Brian. You got jokes. Okay.
So you go to the concession stand and get a bag of chips, and everybody else will sign that. Micah Parsons, can't sign.
No, he can't sign it. So,
for example.
But so what I'm going to do? Listen, I got to go to a birthday party tomorrow with the wife. But here's what we got to do though. I want to get. I just sent two pictures right there. I got Bill Bates and I got Randy White. Both of those two, we got to do those prints and get them done so we can get them signed. Okay, we got to get those signed on Sunday, because see, those are affordable. I can afford those.
Well, that's affordable too. It's only $30.
Would that win? Okay.
All the legends except for DeMarcus Ware are $40 or less. So if you want to get all the legends, you can get them for $40 or less.
Okay, so right. So, for the price of one Micah Parsons, I can get 4 legends. Basically. Guys that are like up here.
Yeah, you could.
Guys that are up here. Now, somebody sent me, I've seen the football gods here as much as $4,000. There's right now on eBay, somebody has one for $899. $899. That's actually a good price for that, because I have never seen one that inexpensive. So if you are wanting to get one, if you're wanting to get one, that's a real good price. If I had $900, I'd get another one just to say I got another one. But like I said, usually I've seen them like $35. Now this one, I've got Roger's signature on there. I've got Tony Dorsett's. I'm sorry, I don't have Roger. I got Tony Dorsett's. I've got Drew Pearson. I got Randy White. I got Cliff Harris and Mel Renfro. So I've got quite a few of them on there. The only ones that are still alive are Charlie Waters and Roger Staubach. I'm gonna try and get those.
It seems like every time Charlie Waters comes up here, he cancels.
Charlie Waters' health is not good. I've met Charlie Waters once before I had that.
Yeah, because every time he's scheduled, he always cancels. Because that's another one I wanted to get before he passes.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we're going to be losing a lot of our greats. So what we're going to do tonight, okay, we do have Micah Parsons. I was going to get this autograph by Micah Parsons, but finding out he won't sign anything that's not NFL licensed. And since I don't have $100,000 a year to pay the NFL to have a license, then I'm going to have to get something else signed by him. But I have to tell him about Stewart right here and the story behind this, because he's already got Super Bowl dreams and aspirations. And thank you for all the birthday wishes. Reven S. B.A.M.
Reven S.
Take the money out!
Happy Friday to Reven S. Shout out to you, buddy. Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons' realistic goal, he wants the sack record.
But the question
He said, okay, first of all, he said, I want 15, but I'm going to keep an eye out on the record.
But the question is where is he going to be playing? Because if he's on that line, I could see him getting the record.
FJ versus MH. You need it. See now, Mark. Dennis Rydell. What is that? FH versus MH. You need to see it now, Mark. I have no idea what you're talking about. John Mooney. Is Danny Dimes cool? Well, I tell you what. You know what? It may be Jobu's fault that Daniel Jones is bad. You remember when we met Daniel Jones his rookie year?
Yeah, when he was only $50.
Yeah. And the guy said, don't look at Jobu. Don't look at Jobu. And he looked at Jobu. It may be Jobu cursed him. So who knows? So back to Micah Parsons. Can he get 23 sacks? The record is 22 and a half. Let's back it up here. Since they started keeping track of the records, 22.5 is the record.
I thought it was more than that because somebody said before.
Well, okay. Deacon Jones.
I could believe that.
Deacon Jones, the inventor of the head slap. When they have to make rules to stop you, use a bad mamma jamma. Okay.
Yeah, he messed his hand up.
He literally would slap the shit out of guys, the offensive lineman, and they go flying, boom, and he'd go to the quarterback.
Yeah, and give him instant concussions.
He swears that he had 28 sacks. 28 sacks in a 14-game season.
I can believe that.
Okay. Gino Marchetti, they say, actually had 10 sacks in one game. Strahan is 22.5, Mike, which is tied with
yeah, but TJ.
Oh, Terrell, you know what?
But TJ Watts is more impressive.
Don't mention that name in here, because when you mention that name, it just it's actually sad and pathetic, because it's amazing how many different things that person has said that I have been he's accused me of doing, but then ends up having to take it down because it's not true. But it's cool. As they always say, if they're not talking about you and hating on you, you're not doing something right. So by that guy, I'm doing a lot of shit right, okay? And FYI, Stuart's mother loves the work that we did, and the roof is actually being changed this week by the roofing company that does the roof for AT&T. So the fact that people have, thinking that I should do the roof, well, I tell you what, I ain't that good at the roof. We got professionals that actually are volunteering their time, and we're getting the materials for it. What you look like you're trying to catch flies. Mouth wide open. What?
Was George Teague the one that tackled T.O.?
Yes.
That would be a good picture to get on the sign.
Well, if you can find a picture of him, hitting T.O., then we could do that one and get it signed.
That's only $30.
Okay, well, we'll find that picture. But listen, I'm not going to be. I've got to go to the party tomorrow, so you got to get these things cut.
Well, it takes some time. So
I know. So you got to get them things loaded up. Isaac Martinez, keep up the good work, Mark and Mike. Thank you very much for that super chat. All right, so Micah Parsons with 23 sacks. That's going to be difficult if he is basically being Bo Jackson. Okay? By Bo Jackson, I mean, and this is where I
mean type of player.
Bo Jackson, okay, back in the day, for all of us old folks like me, you'll remember.
Don't I know you? Nice shoes. You sure we haven't met? Now, where's that Tour de France thing? Nice shoes. I knew I should have taken the right turn in Albuquerque. Have you ever been to L.A.? Oh, don't, sir. That's what you think, dudes. Mike, you won't join me in a spot of tea. Where'd you play your college golf? What is he doing here?
I thought this was another Bono's commercial.
Has anyone seen Bo's ball? I know. Kansas City. Nice shoes. Nice shoes. You ever play with Bo Diddley?
Yeah, good old Bo Nose. Okay, so we had good old Bo Nose everything, okay? What?
Our rookie tight end is going to be there too.
Shit, why am I having a blank? Fudge. What's his name?
Jalen
Tolbert. No, he's a wide receiver.
Oh, wide receiver. One of our rookies.
So Jalen Tolbert's. Oh, okay. Oh, snap.
His is only $50 too.
Okay, so we got to meet Jalen Tolbert too. What time's he at?
12:15.
Damn, we got a lot of people we got to see.
I didn't realize he was coming either.
Well, what are we going to get him to sign?
Yeah, really. He'll sign anything though.
Okay, all right. So we got a lot of work to do between now and Sunday morning, don't we? Okay, so we got to get Bill Bates. We got to get Randy White. We got to get George Teague.
I already got some of the pictures already.
Damn, they're going to take all my money. All right, okay. All right, we'll deal with that after the show.
Well, not like last
you got
time.
me messed up with what I'm trying to talk about. Bo Nose, Micah, okay? Micah Parsons. Chase Young will get 4 sacks. Why are we talking about Chase Young? Screw Chase Young.
Chase Young
is already talking about, I'm not quite ready. I'll be ready when I'm ready and everything else. He don't sound like he's that hungry to get out on the field. Rock Nation. What's up, Rock?
What's up?
All right. So back to, can Micah Parsons get 23 sacks? That's a tall task because DeMarcus Ware, I think, had 21 for the Cowboys. I think that's the Cowboys record.
It is the Cowboys record.
And that was him playing full-time as a defensive end. Now, here's my thing. You should take a video with you and D2. You should take a video with you of D2 calling in. I have that cut down.
It is on your channel.
I have that where it's just where Stewart called in, Vado. Did I say da-da-dunt, da-da-dunt?
Damn, Gina.
Damn, Gina in the house. 23 sacks would not be an easy thing to do. TJ Watt had 22 and a half, and he's a full-time edge rusher.
But the thing is, though, his is more impressive because he did in less games.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, true.
Because he was injured some of those games.
Right. But see, my mind is thinking two different things here. One is if Micah Parsons played a full-time edge rusher, if he was always on the edge, then you're getting used to game planning against him.
I can see
you learn the moves that he makes. You understand that we got to keep a tight end and the tackle on him or the running back on there, on him. So you kind of, you can kind of negate him somewhat. When he's not always there, then you're not really planning for him and you don't know where it's coming from. You need Ricky Williams auto mark? What Ricky Williams auto? I love weed. I'm not sure what you're talking about on that one. Micah Parsons might be more effective being moved around because if the offensive coordinator can say, okay, Micah Parsons is always going to be here, okay, tight end, you got to help out every single play. So we got him covered. But if Micah Parsons is over here, and sometimes he's over here, sometimes he's in the A gap, sometimes he's in the linebacking role, you don't know where it's coming from. You know what I mean? If you know that the bullets are coming, from this side, boom, okay, you put your shield up. But all of a sudden one comes out of nowhere on this side, boom, you get hit and shot and killed, right? Mark Holmes, what does it mean when a quarterback is looking for the exit ramp when they get the football? As in they're trying to hurry up and get rid of the ball and get out of the way before they get hit, John Mooney. Exactly. I mean, that's pretty much self-explanatory. When you get on the interstate, everybody's driving too fast. You want to get off of that mother humper. You're looking for the exit ramp. Well, it's the same thing with a quarterback. You must be talking about Carson Wentz again.
Oh.
Micah is what?
Carson Wentz going to get destroyed this season. I just hope he beats the Eagles.
Exactly, Mike Adams or no, Aldum. What the heck? Aldana. Mike Aldana. I think I got it. Well, Ricky Williams is going to be at the show. Oh, okay. So you want to get, what do you want to get signed? I love weed. How much is Ricky Williams? I know what you want to get signed. Should we take a blunt in there to get him signed for you? I love weed. But see how much Ricky Williams is. Micah Parsons doesn't need to get the record. Tyler Smith, boom. So I love weed. What do you want me to get him to autograph? You don't? Mike's double checking. He said he doesn't see him on the list. Gene, if Parsons performs a little better than he did last year, Ricky Williams will cost some weed. Okay. Cowherd said yesterday about that. John, he's always looking for the exit ramp. So how much should we take with Colin Cowherd? I mean, if we want to be Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. I mean,
I
you're
had
going to take
great junior high team, both in their second year, both really talented. And
Ricky, how much is
both
Ricky
were
Williams?
missing a left tackle, and both were missing a top linebacker, and both were missing a running back, and both have solid, not great coaches. And you saw
Marlon Green's, he's $65 or a bag of weed.
And one
Which
guy
one?
is just a franchise quarterback. Let me give you an example, and this is what happens all the time. We get fooled until something's side by side. If you were driving,
here we go. If you're going with Colin Cowherd,
rural New York, you're on a quiet highway, and a Corvette pulls up next to you, and you look over at that Corvette, and you're like, man, look at those mags. Look at that car. That thing is really impressive. Then it drives off. And then an hour later, a Maserati pulls up next to you. And you're like, wow, look at that car. That's fast. And you're thinking, boy, those were two amazing sports cars. But if the Corvette and the Maserati pulled up simultaneously, one cost you $50,000. One cost you close to $200,000. One is one of the fastest cars ever created. One's a sports car. Carson Wentz.
So those
is a Maserati.
Carson Wentz is a Maserati.
Dak is a Corvette. There's nothing wrong with Corvettes. Corvettes are fun and affordable, but side by side, come on now, it's not close. Let's be honest about this. Carson Wentz is a first-round talent, and Dak got drafted in the fourth for a reason. I know. Russell Wilson went in the third. I know. Tony Romo went undrafted. I know. Tom Brady, he went in the sixth. I know. Joe Montana went third. They are outliers, folks. You get what you pay for with quarterbacks. The first two rounds, that's where most of the great ones come from. Elway, Marino, Bradshaw, Aikman, Big Ben, Favre, Peyton Manning, Breeze, Aaron Rodgers, Steve Young, a number one supplemental, Stabler, Jim Kelly, Bob Greasy. By the way, all the young people we like, Goff and Wentz and Deshaun Watson and Andrew Luck were also first-rounders. Come on, man. You sized those guys up last night. Dak was missed.
Okay, so remember, Carson Wentz is a Maserati. Dak Prescott's just a Corvette. Dak Prescott's 25-6 in his division. Carson Wentz, well, he had to leave the division and come back with the Washington Commanders. So I would say, I know Carson Wentz is not any good. How's everybody? Blue Virus, it's going good. We're just kind of chilling right now as we sit 75 days, 22 hours, and 45 minutes away from training camp.
He's the first quarterback for the Commanders. The first hope for a franchise quarterback for the Commanders. Who's a dumpster fire because of their
shout out to Brian SoCal. That's why Wentz is on his third team. Brian, I need a new logo, buddy. Whenever you get a chance, I need something for the 2022 season whenever you have a chance, man. Wentz breaks down when you need him the most. And so, Mooney, you're saying that this guy is always right? He's been on the Carson Wentz bandwagon since he came out and has been a Dak hater the whole time. Wentz has he's wearing another man's ring, filthy. Eric Walls, how are you doing? Wentz is a Kia with a GMC sticker on him. Ooh. Dak not done yet. What's up with you, man? So does Wentz look for the exit ramp when he gets the ball? Yes. Well,
he always does.
Well, no, actually, he doesn't look for the exit. He actually holds onto the ball too long, which is why he ends up having so many fumbles because he gets hit late. I mean, because he's holding onto the ball too long. Calturd has a bromance with Carson Wentz. I agree with you. Carson Wentz is a demolition car all banged up. Damn, Revid S. Shout out to you, Revid S. Boom.
Take the money out.
He's been. Oh, no. John Mooney. No. Okay. Hold on. Wait. I tell you what, John Mooney. Okay, how about this?
All right, here we go, Joy. It's time for Dak Prescott wants to get paid like Russell Wilson or more. So let's lay it out there. Who would I take Dak over and not over? This or Dak?
This or Dak. All right.
This,
would you rather
okay,
have
so
Russell
John,
Wilson
let's
or Dak?
go through here.
It's not. It's literally Russell Wilson leads the NFL, 100 touchdown passes in 3 years.
Okay.
Tom Brady second, 15 fewer. Not close.
Would you rather have Jared Goff or Dak?
Jared Goff was the number one pick for a reason. Jared Goff was a beautiful football. Jared Goff is Matt Ryan with a better arm. Jared Goff,
Jimmy Garoppolo or Dak?
Closer, but Garoppolo, I think, throws a better football. I think Garoppolo, Bill Belichick, highest quarterback he ever drafted, and was willing to bail on Brady for Garoppolo. He wasn't willing to bail on Brady for Jarrett Stidham, and everybody tells me how great Jarrett Stidham is.
All right, how about Derek Carr or Dak?
I think size. There is a kind of
Dak
alpha to Dak I like. It's close, but probably Dak. I think Dak has there's a little it factor with Dak.
Okay.
His leadership style I like.
No, this is 2
Derek
years
throws a
ago.
nice ball,
John Mooney, who's trolling me.
See, that makes sense.
Okay.
It's close.
Okay.
All right, is this close? Would you rather have Patrick Mahomes or Dak?
That's not. Patrick Mahomes throwing left-handed or Dak? That's not. Yeah, I mean, like, as I say that, everybody rolls their eyes. Dak wants Russell Wilson money.
He went to 2 straight Super Bowls.
Like Russell Wilson, Mahomes, you could make some statistical arguments. Russell Wilson is more profound. You can't even make an argument there.
Would you rather have Matt Ryan or Dak?
I'd rather have Matt Ryan. I think he's about the 9th or 10th best quarterback in the league. I think he throws a beautiful ball. He's accurate, good pre-snap.
Okay.
Doesn't get hurt. I don't think he has a huge arm, but I think he's a much more accurate thrower of the football than Dak, and I think that matters.
Would you rather have Teddy Bridgewater or Dak?
Based on Teddy's been hurt, Dak hasn't. Dak's a bigger, stronger athlete, so I'd probably slightly go Dak.
Slightly go
How
Dak.
about Kirk Cousins or Dak?
Kirk Cousins. He throws a good football. He's not a real it guy in big games, but he throws a really good football. He's a very natural
Kirk Cousins,
throw.
by the way, has gotten one victory against Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott having
quarterback. Who throws a better football? Kirk Cousins.
Would you rather have Matt Stafford or Dak?
Oh, Matt Stafford's a better talent. Yeah, I don't think anybody doubts that. Now, Matt Stafford is underachieved, in my opinion. But in terms of a talent, he's a little too casual at times. Brock Howard used that word. But Matt's a big-time talent.
How about Ryan Tannehill or Dak?
Dak. Tannehill's a nice kid, but I've seen the act. Doesn't throw, listen, in all those playoff wins, he was throwing for about 80 yards. Come on.
How about Lamar Jackson or Dak?
Again, Lamar is exceptional at something.
But Lamar
One of my
has
things about
two.
Dak is, what's he great at? Lamar is the best running quarterback ever and has become a very accurate thrower.
All right, how about Baker Mayfield or Dak?
Dak Prescott all the way.
Dak, because there's maturity issues over and over and over again with Baker.
He had to hesitate on that.
This is a franchise quarterback position. So, and for the record, you think I'm taking a shot? I'm not. I'm just saying. With Baker, I get this. I get all over the map. Good game, bad game. Good half, bad half. With Dak, I kind of feel like I always kind of get something reasonably close. I get less up and down.
How about Josh Allen or Dak?
Oh, first of all, Josh Allen's arm is a cannon. Josh Allen's bigger. He's more athletic with a much better arm. Now, Josh Allen, his judgment, he can make bad throws. That's where I like Dak. But if you're stacking up talent, I think almost every GM would take Josh Allen.
Sam Darnold or Dak?
Sam Darnold. He's a playmaker. He's a first-round quarterback. He has had...
Yeah.
Dak's had a great O-line. Sam's had an atrocious O-line. Dak has
He would
had
take
a
Sam
great running
Darnold
back.
over Dak
Sam
Prescott.
has Le'Veon Bell,
Where is Sam
who
Darnold
Adam
right
Gase
now?
I don't think loves.
He-
Sam hasn't had
he's
any
maybe
help
in
so
the
far.
league
If you
a year
gave
or two
Sam
more
Dak's
than Dak.
people and Dak Sam people surrounding him, Sam Darnold today is probably favored to win that division because Sam Darnold's
He did beat
playmaker.
Dak Prescott.
Carson Wentz or
He did
Dak?
beat us.
Not close. I think Carson Wentz has the second greatest arm in the league in terms of
Carson
arm
Wentz
angles,
is
strength, zip, touch.
He's injured a lot.
He is, but he is when he's healthy, he's
Okay.
great. I think Carson Wentz.
John Mooney.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, real hating, man, that's like an art form, man. You know, it's like you like a born a hater, you know, like myself, man. You know, a lot of cats think they hate, but, man, I mean, I'm mad at everything, man. You know, brother got a nice car, man. Why you got a car, man? I only got one car. Why you got 3 cars or a wife or all that, man? That's played out, man. I hate on it till he's totally broke and ain't got nothing like me, you know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, that's what real hating is all about.
Blue Virus. Shout out to Blue Virus. Fantasy football. Yes, we're going to be doing some fantasy football. We still have to work on getting that together now that Stewart's not here and stuff. So John Mooney clearly is a troll who believes in Colin Cowherd. I believe he's a Washington fan, but it's okay. It's okay.
Well, he probably agrees with him that Carson Wentz is better than Dak Prescott.
Oh yeah, well of course that's the Washington guys. That's their hope. That's their hope. That's their prayer to that Carson Wentz is just been just terrible with the other places, but he can turn around with Washington. I just don't think that the Leopard's going to change the spots. I think Carson Wentz is what Carson Wentz is, and for John Mooney.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
YouTube hitting you with ads tonight? Well, I ain't got no control over that. That's the YouTube trying to make that money, so to speak. So they kind of do this stuff because, as they put it, we're not here for charity. They're there to make money. So sorry about that. To quiet fools like that. Jason Garrett is
what?
Filthy. Your quarterback is filthy. Your quarterback his best season is 16 touchdown passes. Is that it? 16 touchdown passes. And you feel that you have the need to be able to talk about somebody else? Yeah. Okay. All right. Do I think Micah Parsons, because y'all have got me derailed, can get 23 sacks? That would be very difficult being a part-time edge rusher.
If it was a full-time, I could see it.
I think part of the problem is going to be is who's going to get to the quarterback first. Like I said, the only thing I worry about with Wentz seems to be gun shy at times, but he will win the NFC East. Oh my God. Okay. Have hope. Have hope, my man. I can't blame you. But there are other things to worry about with Carson Wentz besides being gun shy. I would say the turnovers myself. But John Mooney, keep the faith, man. Keep the faith. Carson Wentz is your guy, and I'm happy for you. I am very, very happy that you got Carson Wentz. I hope it works out for you. Okay? I hope it works out for you. Best of luck with that. I'm with you. I'm happy I'm really excited that you got him. I really am. But the problem for Micah Parsons is going to be who gets to the quarterback first? I think Sam Williams is going to make us forget all about Randy Gregory.
Because really his numbers went.
Reven S. Bam. Shout out to Reven S., man. He must have robbed the Brinks truck tonight.
When Lawrence came back, Micah Parsons' numbers went down.
Parsons will have more sacks than Chase Young. Well, let's hope he has a whole lot more because right now Chase Young is probably going to start out the season on the PUP list. Philly D. Yeah. Oh, I love Carson Wentz because he turns the ball. He is so generous with the football. He is so generous. It was his first season as a starter. Filthy. He did start some games the year before. Buddy. Oh, John. John, please put down the crack. Please put down the crack, okay? If Carson Wentz is so good, how come he's on his third team in 3 years?
Because he can't get along with people in the locker room.
How come he is on his third team in 3 years? How come people are saying that this is your last chance, romance tonight? Yeah. But you can believe, like I said, believe in Carson Wentz. I'm okay with that. But I'm going to tell you, when D-Law, Micah Parsons, Sam Williams, Neville Gallimore, Osa, and Digazua, Carlos Watkins, when all of those guys are getting their ass upfield, and with Micah Parsons right there too, he's going to shit his pants. We're talking about a guy who had one job, last game of the season. All you got to do is beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jacksonville Jaguars. And guess what? He failed. They couldn't beat the Jacksonville Jaguars to get into the playoffs. And if you are a Washington fan, okay, you know what?
Enough is enough! I have had it with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane!
You know what?
Strap in. About to open
John Mooney, you're new here, aren't you? You're new here, right? Let me welcome you with open arms here. And you know what you can do, buddy? You can sit your ass down. You can sit your ass down, okay?
Bye, Felicia.
Now you're just talking stupid shit, okay? I just don't even want to hear it. I'm not sure I like this one as much because, well, I'll see when it's painted.
Well, it'll look bad when
the helmet looks like it's lumpy.
Well, it's because of all the different shadings, but
we'll see.
His jersey looks better though. I like the jersey.
Okay, well, I don't know why he handed it to me right now, but okay.
You can show everybody.
They can't see nothing without it being painted. Okay. Bye, John. John, I'm sorry. You're just an idiot. Anybody. Okay. It's fine for you to believe in Carson Wentz, but this is a Dallas Cowboys channel. I humored you for a little bit. Get Alan Williams on that one, too. I humored you for a little bit there, but after a while, you just get to be obnoxious. You're just acting like an Eagle fan right now. And I hate to say it, you're kind of like Philadelphia. And the fact that you truly believe the bullshit that Colin Cowherd is saying, that you honestly believe that Carson Wentz is, all that. You're talking about him like he is freaking Joe Montana. Sorry, he's a bum. He's a bum. Now get your ass out of here or straighten up. Okay, I put you in timeout, which means you got, a minute or two to think about it. If you want to come back and act like you have some sense and so forth, you can stay. Otherwise, I'll do the same thing. Got it? Peace.
No. See, Colin Cowherd does all this stuff for clicks.
And that's exactly what they all do. He knows this. Listen, you get faked all the time.
I mean, Carson Wentz only had one good season.
13 games.
That's only good.
That's the only thing on his resume. And that's when they were playing a fourth place schedule.
And I look at it this way too. If he was MVP of the league, they would have won the Super Bowl.
But the thing was, here's the thing. No. Well, let's be clear here.
If you believe in the
Take Nick Foles everywhere except at Philadelphia, and what is Nick Foles? He's a garbage quarterback. Yeah, sorry. You couldn't start for the Chicago Bears. You couldn't start for the Chicago Bears. What that tells you is, see, look, I said Philadelphia, and there he is. God damn it. It's just like, Philadelphia is just like Beetlejuice. If you say Beetlejuice 3 times, he's going to appear. If you say Philadelphia 3 times, he's going to appear.
He's just waiting for you to say his name, and then it pops up.
The thing about Philadelphia, and, I hate the Eagles, but I have to give them credit. Yolanda, what's up? How you doing, Yolanda? They built one hellacious team that had a great defense, had a great running attack and everything else, and Carson Wentz was a key in that cog. And they were so good that it wasn't about the quarterback. Because let's look at it this way. Would you take Dan Marino or Nick Foles?
Dan Marino all day long.
But some people say, well, Nick Foles won a Super Bowl. I'm sorry. Well, Nick Foles, so did Trent Dilfer.
No. Nick Foles was there at the right time.
with the team who stayed within the system. They had a great defense, great running attack, and a great coach that knew how to work those guys. They had it all at the right time. If it was all Carson Wentz, Nick Foles wouldn't have been able to take him to the Super Bowl. Nick Foles saved their ass the next year to get him into the playoffs because they were 5-6 with Carson Wentz as the quarterback.
They benched him too.
And it was Nick Foles coming through, playing within the system.
At the right time, at the right moment, at the right time.
But see, Reven S., here's the thing. Reven S., people will say, oh, well, he's got a ring. And it's like, yes.
But did Carson Wentz
but not everybody that got a ring is a great quarterback.
But Carson Wentz hasn't even.
And not everybody who doesn't have a ring isn't necessarily a great quarterback. Dan Marino is one of the best quarterbacks in history of football. Sadly, he doesn't have a ring. Jim Kelly, one of the greatest quarterbacks in the history of the NFL. Sadly, they lost 4 times in the NFC. To the NFC, okay, in the Super Bowl. Doesn't mean he wasn't a great quarterback. But on the flip side, Eli Manning got 2 Super Bowls, and I'm not going to say that he's a great quarterback.
But he
had 2 great runs in the playoffs, but you look at the rest of his career, it was average.
That was also against the NFC East.
Trent Dilfer.
AFC East.
Yeah, Trent Dilfer, had one of the greatest defenses in the history of football and ended up winning one. I'm not going to say that he was a great quarterback. And see, people don't seem to understand that it's not just a quarterback. You need a good quarterback, or at least a guy who's not going to kill you.
Yeah, someone who's good in the system.
But you still have to have people around him. Like Roger Staubach said, if it weren't for guys like Drew Pearson catching the football, I wouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. Which is true. If the guys can't catch the football, it doesn't matter who the quarterback is. Foles got a statue because the Eagles thought they would never, ever see a Super Bowl. But what did Carson Wentz get? The boot. That's what Carson Wentz got, the boot. So this whole thing of saying, oh, Carson Wentz, he got a ring. Carson Wentz, he was an MVP candidate. Get out of here. Mark Hutchins. Brady will get sacked four times the first game of the season. Only 4? I was hoping for 6. You got to have a great team to win. Yeah, and see, that's the difference because, now all of a sudden Matthew Stafford is the greatest quarterback of all time. But if it's only about the quarterback, how come he didn't win in Detroit?
There's a system.
No, I'm just saying. People are saying that a great quarterback you can win with, that elevates the team. How come he didn't elevate for 12 years?
McVay.
How come he didn't elevate the Lions all those years if he was so great?
It's because of Sean McVay.
Because it's about a team sport.
It's about Sean McVay. Because Goff played like trash his first season with
all 4 losses came against the NFC East. You're right. Sugar Daddy, what's up, buddy? Alan Williams. It's bad when somebody says the Cowboys are like the Knicks. Okay. All right. My bad. What's up, Sugar Daddy Williams? Philly D, how you doing tonight, man? He didn't even play in the Super Bowl. He didn't even make it through the first quarter of a playoff game.
Yeah, they had
Marley Greens is point blank. He had a great team around. I mean, look, can you compare Von Miller, Aaron Donald, and those guys to guys that we had on our defense? We did it with smoke and mirrors. We didn't, going into that season, there were no superstars on our defense. And really, you can't really say we had superstars on our offense. People will say, Amari Cooper's a great route runner, but Amari Cooper's not up there with like Justin Jefferson or Diggs or some of the other great wide receivers. He's really good, but we didn't ever have superstars on there. The Rams went out and got themselves tons and tons of superstars and were fortunate enough to have Sean McVay able to meld them into a great team and win it all. I can't say that we had that kind of talent. But, hey, what do I know? I'm a guy with a day job and a voodoo doll. It's all about the system. The system and the players to fit the system.
But the thing is, though, Sean McVay is a good head coach.
Oh, he's an exceptional head coach, which is why it was ridiculous that Pro Football Focus turned around and said that Kellen Moore is the second best play caller in the NFL above Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan.
Kellen Moore chokes in the playoffs. He chokes in the playoffs. I know we're not talking about playoffs, but he chokes when it comes to play calling in the playoffs.
You kidding me?
The man has not won a playoff game as a play caller.
Yeah. Well, he's going to have to this year.
Yeah, because his job's on the line.
There's quite a few people's job that's on the line. Dak put consecutive 40 balls on Philly last year. The audacity of the fan base. Yeah. And not to mention in Washington, too. This is where I find it funny that Washington fans are on board with Carson Wentz is going to be their savior and that Dak Prescott is trash. And that the Eagles, that with Jalen Hurts, that had 240 burgers on them. Dak, oh, Lordy. You know what, John Jay? Boom.
Bye, Felicia.
Answer you? I ain't got to answer your ass, John. This is my show. Don't come in here telling me what I got to do, son. Don't come. Listen, let me change camera angle. Oh.
I knew it would happen more. I knew it would happen more. I knew it would happen.
Philly's the ghosted machine. John.
Because it pisses me off. Because that little
shut up, Philly. What's wrong?
Hell.
He knows what happened. He knows what happened. He knows what happened with
John,
that fool.
You don't know me like that, son. Don't come in my house and give me orders and shit. This is my show. If you want to go ahead and have your own show, have your own show and say and do what you want to. But if you're going to come in my house, don't come into my house with dog shit on your shoes. Take your shoes off at the door and act like you have some sense. Because as Bernie Mac would say, this is my motherfucking house. And if you don't like it, get the fuck out. Okay? All right? Sorry, Dad, I don't mean to cuss, but damn. Fools. I'm beginning to believe. Yeah, I'm beginning to believe that. I think I know who John Mooney is. Y'all might have an idea who this fool is because Lord knows he's got multiple personalities.
Hopefully
okay.
Not related to the,
good Lord.
Hall of Famer Mooney.
Just coming in and just showing his ass. Don't come in here showing his ass. Get on his ass. Damn. Ivan, you are 100% right. He still has love for Carson Wentz. I don't understand it, but hey, that's his thing.
Hey.
Gina or Philly 500. Put some respect on my name, Molly Greens. Okay. All right, we'll put some respect on it when we pass that Dutchie, Marley Greens. Killed off. I got him, boss. Okay. I just said, you know what's funny is once the Washington football team realizes that Carson Wentz is going to go the way of every quarterback that goes to Washington, okay? For some reason, they believe that the can't get right guy in football is going to all of a sudden get right in Washington.
Is he going to survive one game or one play?
I mean, seriously, Washington is the Bermuda Triangle of quarterbacks.
Because didn't Patrick retire?
Right. Here it is. Ryan Fitzpatrick survived some of the worst NFL teams in football. He couldn't make it through the first half of a game with Washington.
He got the Jets to the playoffs one year.
This is where we're talking. Do we need to go down the list? I mean, Donovan McNabb, he came here. He went to a Super Bowl and stuff. He came to Washington.
He stole money.
He literally got $40 million for 1 year here. He was gone. You ended up drafting RG3, okay, who, number 2 pick in the NFL, 3 number 1s in the second, and everybody thought, oh, man, they got it made for the quarterback for the next 10 years. He can't make it through a whole season. Then you go through, you had Kirk Cousins. At least Kirk Cousins was smart enough to get the hell out. Okay, Kirk Cousins was smart enough to get out before, he got knocked out. And they got rid of him for Alex Smith that they paid $73 million for. He couldn't make it through the season, right? The spiral fracture on his leg that literally almost cost him a leg.
He's lucky
right?
that he was able to play a couple of games.
You go through, you draft Dwayne Haskins, rest his soul. Raven S, shout out to Raven S. Okay, you end up drafting Haskins. He can't stay out of the strip club enough to go ahead and play football. He's gone. You get a Heineken, who Heineken wouldn't even sponsor him. He had to go to Bud Light to get a sponsorship. He couldn't make it. You got Ryan Fitzpatrick, who has been around the whole NFL. He can't make it. But now all of a sudden you believe that Carson Wentz is going to be the guy that's going to take you to the promised land. Am I got this straight?
I think
Dennis, I appreciate that.
I think Carson Wentz will make it more than one play. He'll make it more than one play.
One play? You going to give him one play?
I said he might actually make it 5 games before he retires.
I don't think he will make it through the season unhurt.
I don't think he will either.
I'm sorry. It's the curse. Washington, between that field being jacked up, that field has taken more body parts than anybody else.
Took Zeke Elliott 1 year.
Sorry. You can't. If you're a Washington fan, you cannot feel confident.
And the old line is trash.
There you go. But keep the faith, Washington fans. Keep the faith. But the funny thing is come the season here, all of these fans that are out here talking smack, Eagle fans, and that once their team starts losing, they will disappear like cockroach. Wentz is above average, to be fair.
I mean, I could give you that, but he's not better than Dak Prescott. I might give him that. Or it might just be average.
Evidently.
He might just be average.
Oh, I don't love that field, Filthy. I really don't. I like going there because it's around the corner from me, and my team is there. That's the only reason.
Almost got actually hurt when he went to Washington last season.
Washington, keep that energy. Oh, hey, Washington diehard fan, I'm here every day. Win, lose, or draw. And when my team stinks, I'll be the first one to tell you, my team sucked. I just will. Because you know what? I'm a man. You fair weather cockroaches, well, that's a different story. Why haven't the Eagles caught up during that span? It's all runner-up if you're winning the chip.
But Dak Prescott, excuse me.
You play one more game. It doesn't matter, okay?
I mean, the Dallas Cowboys have a better record versus the Eagles. We beat them more times than they have against us.
True
since 60. So.
Mark Hutton, Cowboys need to pick up the offensive tackle and guard. I'll also say a linebacker, too, on that one. Before we get ready to do our drawing, the other news is right now the Cowboys and Dalton Schultz are way apart in negotiations. And the thought being is that they're not going to get a deal done before July 15th, in which case you will be playing.
Oh, on my anniversary.
Mark, nothing but respect. True fan, I must say. Shout out to you, Washington diehard fan. The Commanders will own a toilet. They already do. It's called FedEx Field.
No, they don't own the toilet. They own porta potties.
Boom, boom, boom. All right. So what we're going to do tonight, we're going to be giving away Micah Parsons. Okay? We'll be giving that one away. Are you ready to roll the drum? Let's check out Michael over there. Rolling. Eagles' lone ring is lonely. Marley Green's just hit it up doing a super chat too. Shout out to Marley. Osmodius.
That's
Osmodius. Osmodius is our winner chicken dinner. Email me, cowboysmark94@gmail.com. If I were Schultz, I'd be asking for a trade.
I'll take the $10 million for 1 year.
$10.9 million.
I'll take that for 1 year.
It's one of those things. If you have you're betting on yourself, if you have a great season, you're either going to get paid by the Cowboys or by somebody else.
I'll take that money.
Don't give away Micah. Don't worry, I can always make another Micah. That's not a problem.
Yeah, with the new blade.
John Mooney, you know, you might want to get something to cheer about before you start cheering about the Washington football team. I'm just saying, you know, you might want to do something more than copy the Cowboys. See, Cowboys come to town with heated seats, and you think you're going to be so smart that we're going to get heated seats. I believe your heated seats are have not won one yet because you lost in Dallas, which is crazy. The fact that you took heated seats to a dome stadium.
It was so bad they left the seats in Dallas.
I thought they took them to Philadelphia too.
No, they left the seats in Dallas when it came to Dallas.
How are you going to take heated seats to an indoor stadium? I mean, that goes to show you how stupid it'll be.
They left them there.
I will be there no matter what happens this season. Washington will own Dallas.
How come in the remember when we took the tour? Remember when we took the tour and they showed us the helmets? Washington's always on the bottom. They're always on the bottom. Why is that? They're always at the bottom.
Bless your heart, John Moon. Bless your heart,
They're
buddy.
always at the bottom.
I can't wait till Dallas football. So happy I met me last year. DJ92, shout out to you. All right, so anyway, do we got anything else to add for tonight? I'm tired tonight. I don't know why I'm so tired. So, Dak, you didn't load anything else, did you? The other prints?
Well, I got these ones to do.
You're gonna load them up in the morning so that way I'll be here till about
I can start
12 or so.
Start cutting at night if you don't mind it going all night.
Well, at some point we got to turn it off because it's like 3 hours of cutting.
I can do at least one cut tonight. You got all these ones. These are all the players.
Maurice Jenkins.
I got at
for
least 6 on
the most appropriate name for one of the worst TV hosts, Maurice Jenkins, on his super chat. Maurice Jenkins. There's Marley Green.
I got Morris Jenkins on one of the
Mark Hutton.
chats.
Let me scroll up.
I know I got his. I know I got that person's name because I remember that name.
Hi, Mark and Michael. Just Colin Cowturd at it again. That was your Mark.
I got his name. I think that's the one that I got his name on.
I don't see it, my man. Alan Williams.
I know.
Yeah, that's as far up as I can go.
I thought there was a way you can look at all the super chats on the
Philadelphia, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Yes, Philadelphia, we suck. We suck so bad that we kicked your ass twice last year. So explain that one. How about that? Anyway, I'm going to get out of here because there's not really a whole lot to go on. Before I do, question for y'all. How many of you guys are actually going to go to training camp this year? And would you be interested in Jobu Sports being at training camp this year for a couple of days? Thoughts? Thoughts, anybody? The only thing is, whatever I was going to get signed by Micah Parsons, I was going to give away Reuben S. And so then that means the blue helmet would be leaving here and going to somebody else.
Because he probably could sign that because it's authentic.
Well, he could sign that, but then, but if I'm doing it as a gift, that was a gift to me. I can't re-gift a gift.
Or you can buy another blue helmet.
Oh, Philadelphia. You know, I don't know that we both lost the same wild card game. We lost. You got destroyed. There was, I mean, we at least had a chance in it, okay? And you rested your players. I don't know what for, because they certainly didn't look like it. So I'm thinking about trying to go to training camp this year. Last year we went to Hall of Fame. How many would be interested in watching some content? Because, you know, it's flying across the country and it's got to get a place to stay and renting a car and everything else. So Ruben Wall says, go to training camp, Mark. Alan Williams. Well, Jobu's definitely been all over the training facilities at the Star. So if the Cowboys win the Super Bowl this year, let's say it's a little extra mojo spent from Jobu. Now we got Dak at John Mooney. You got wheelchair Wentz. Do the Cowboys open up training camp? They open up on the 26th.
That's the day before my birthday.
Yep. Do it. Damn, Gina Carson has a ring. Dak is overrated. Great job on the rebuild. Thank you, Calvin. High school 2 days more entertaining than Eagles training camp. Ooh, high school 2 days. Damn. Yeah, training camp is not for everybody. It's not as fun as you think. It's really more about seeing everybody else there and just being excited about football coming back around. Wentz is overrated. Is he overrated? Who's rating him high other than Colin Cowherd?
He is overrated.
Wentz, no sense. I like that. Going to Bengals, Rams, Colts, and Thanksgiving game this year. No training camp for me. Well, like I said, I'm thinking about it. We'll see. But in the meantime and in between time, we are going to get ready to get out of here. So grab your shot glasses, everybody. Philadelphia. Oh, now Washington fans bragging about wins. Even he has to. Oh, shit. I can't believe I'm going to agree with Philadelphia right now. But at Allen, they the same fans hating on Wentz. Now they're bragging about him. That's 100% right there. Philadelphia, you know about Wentz. But keep the faith up. But as I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Be safe out there. And don't forget to tell somebody you love them. But we're going to turn out the lights. This party's over.
Say that all good things must end. Call it a night. next year starts the same old thing again.